prison, this prison, I think personally is unique. It's not. I didn't imagine that the biblical houses and a community type place. I thought it'd be all bad girls, wings and stairs and mesh, and no, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's not brill, but it's not as bad as I thought. So just keep busy.
And can you tell me about your role as a listener?
Just provide a shoulder for the women that aren't coping quite so well. It's not so much talking, more listening, which was a feat in itself for me. But yeah, it's mainly the wing, to be honest, because if you've got any addictions or if you've maybe got problematic behaviour, you tend to be straight down on the wing. So, and they're the ones that are finding it hardest to cope as well, because they have mental issues as well down there. So you just go and provide a shoulder, and that's it really.
And what kind of problems do you hear about? I mean, obviously don't name any names, but I mean...
Everything from I've only got the clothes I'm standing up in to I was raped and molested for 10 years of my life, or, you know, there's a multitude of problems down there, and every problem is a big problem in here, because you've no control, you can't do anything for yourself, nothing at all. If you need a new pair of underwear, you can't just go and get something, you've got to fill out an application and ask somebody for it, and everything's a long process in here, so it can be quite frustrating. So everything's a problem.
What do you find like the hardest thing about being in prison?
I think the loneliness has got to be hard. I mean, I don't realise how much I miss my family until they've been on a visit and gone. And then it's like, oh, but I don't want you to go now, I want you to stay a bit longer, I've got so much to tell you. And yeah, I think that, just missing the family.
And how much longer have you got left?
2 years and 5 months.
Yeah, I'm on a methadone programme and diazepam detox, but I'm doing really well on that at the minute, so...
Yeah. Is it quite hard?
It can be. I've got 4 children.
And how is that like? How are you dealing with sort of...
Not well at the minute. I'm going through a bit of things with social services, so having a bit of trouble with them, but apart from that, I'm alright.
You just seen them then, is that?
Yeah, yeah.
And how has it been going on with the other girls here?
It's alright. You have your bitchy moments, but they're all alright. Most of us get on. There's a good set of girls at the minute on here.
Sure.
So...
but I know there are some really vulnerable women here.
There is some very vulnerable women, yeah.
And how's that affected you, sort of seeing them?
You just try and help them, really. There's a lot of people that self-harm and stuff like that. You just try and support them, and if you can, if not, ask the staff to. And they are very good staff. A lot of people say they don't do this and they don't do that, but they've been very helpful to me.
The first time I came to jail frightened me to death, but it's just the unknown, I think, that you're frightened of. Once you get in here and you get to know the routine and that, it's not as bad as you think. It's going out afterwards. You're in exactly the same position as you was when you came in, do you know what I mean? If you're on the streets, you get into trouble, so you come in, then you go back out again, you're back on the streets. So it's just like a vicious circle. The boredom is the killer, really. Everything else is more or less okay. The staff are nice, most of them. It's the boredom, really, that's it, it kills you. The wing, this is the detox wing, you see, to come off drugs. Once you've detoxed you and you move on to the houses, and you can do all sorts of courses and get a job and things like that, and it gets better. The longer, really, it might sound daft, but the longer your sentence, the better your chances are of leading a better life when you go out. But you can see the difference in me in a week, can't you? Of good food, and they've cut my hair for me and things like that. Yeah. My hair was a mess, and they've cut it for me because they have a calm centre that you can go every day. And in the calm centre you can do your nails, your hair. They do your hair for nothing, they cut it for nothing. They'd look after your skin. It's nice, do you know what I mean? You can have acupuncture, everything, it's nice, alright.
So what drugs were you on?
Heroin.
And do you feel like you're going to stay off it? Do you feel like you've had the support?
Well, yeah, I have. And there's like the carrots team that I hear. So when you leave, they give you a prescription. But some of the people, when they leave, they've no address, so they can't get a prescription. Do you know what I mean? But like I say, if you work with them, it's there, the help's there. But you've got to have the determination, and a lot of the girls go out to the same boyfriends or the same lifestyle, so they're just coming back in. It's always, every time I've been in a couple of times now, it's always been the same girls in here when I get in here, so